He was locked in a passion of exploration, and he had this intense drama going on in him.
My own experience with him was of somebody that was obviously odd, at the very least, and maybe crazy at the other extreme.
We've got to keep an eye on these clouds. Weather Bureau wouldn't issue a tornado alert without some good reason.
At some moment before 12 o'clock during the third day of intense heat on August at the 3rd, at some point in the infinite abyss of space over the Catherine Isles, a zone of untold heat, named the vertical, took on columnar shape, a veritable pillar of cloud, towering toward the zenith of perhaps 10,000 miles. However, it soon became top-heavy. It was like a tiny, teetering house of blocks piled up by the hands of a child.
There are these outcasts, outlaws, you might say, in a sense, who have that extra something, vision. And this is Henry Darger.
Darger's other world is a world at war, chaotic, dark, frightening, sometimes terrifying. Violence has always been an interesting subject of art, and it was clearly something which Henry Darger must have had intimate experience of.
Kind of dark in here today. It seems really weird to be in here.
If I had known at the time of the cause of me being sent to the children's nut house, I surely would have never forgiven those at the mercy of Our Lady Home, and would have revenged it the very first chance I had.
There was a big scandal at the Lincoln Asylum while Henry was there. Children were tortured, and some died, and it finally hit the press, and there was a big investigation.
Born of wind and water, yet more powerful than any hydrogen bomb, hurricanes strike simultaneously on both sides of the globe.
Oh, the horrors of the great storm. Glimpses of untold horror could soon be seen of those whitened faces that stared in agony and terror through the wreckage of their homes. A moment more and the shrieking fury reached Halsted Street and Webster Avenue, and in an instant, the territory was one mass of flying debris.
He lived next to upstairs in that room, way in the back. One room on the 3rd floor.
No one ever went up there. No, he didn't have visitors. The landlord never came up there, never went in there. I don't even think he knew what was going on in there until after Henry died.
The walls were covered with collage, images on top of each other. I think that's one of the reasons why we shot the way we did, because there were so many images to see. Mostly I was just struck by the vision of this man who had made things. You know, he had made these beautiful things, this life unto himself.
Our society evaluates people so much by their class, their caste, what they have, how much money, their profession. He's somebody who was completely dismissed, I'm sure. He was just that crazy guy or that poor guy who was shuffling off collecting garbage to bring back to his room. And nobody had any idea what was going on inside his head and the incredible story that he was weaving.
At 7 o'clock in the morning, the troublemakers were at it again. From the upper floor
fired on police and guardsmen in the street below.
Shotgun going.